Hello and welcome to the high school preparation webinar. My name is Ali Musa and I'm a senior at Plano East Senior High School. And today I'll be talking about some of the things you should be doing in high school to maximize your chances of getting into the colleges you want. So here are some of the things I'm going to be talking about today. Firstly, what do colleges look for in class? So you have to understand that colleges are accepting not just one person, they're accepting a whole team. So they want people who are specialized and have talents in certain areas instead of a bunch of people who can do a little bit of everything. They want people who are specialized in one thing and can add something to the team as a whole. So you should always aim to stand out. That's the easiest way to be noticed by colleges. So of course you need a high GPA or a high SAT or ACT score, and be involved in a lot of extracurriculars. I think that's a very important one because a lot of people underestimate those. Make sure you find a hobby or extracurricular you're very passionate about and go deep into that. And that's going to mean a lot in college applications. Okay, so this kind of goes with what I was saying earlier. Don't aim to be well-rounded. Colleges don't want you to be involved in like 10 different clubs, doing the bare minimum in each. They want you to accomplish a lot in one certain area. So make sure you're going deep into an area you're really interested about rather than joining a bunch of clubs just so you could say you were in a club on your college application. Because that's not really what matters to colleges. They want you to gain experiences through extracurriculars and show them you're really interested about something. So what do I do? This is pretty simple. Do things that you want to. Explore. If you're not sure what you want to do, explore and try to find something that you're really passionate about and try to pursue it as much as you can. High school, there's a lot of opportunities, different clubs you can join to test out what sort of things you can like. And once you figure out what you like, take classes that have to do with that subject, join clubs, start clubs that have to do with that, because again, colleges are looking for specialization in one thing. And once you figure out what that one thing is, the quicker you figure out what that one thing is, the better. Okay, so let's do an exercise here. So here you're giving two students and information about each of them. Take a second to decide which person here has a better chance of getting accepted. You can pause it for a second and read through it, and then play the video. So here, the answer is that Ria would have a better chance of being accepted, even though her test scores are lower. She's applying to be a biology major, and she's really gone into depth, gotten a lot of experience in biology. Everything she's done, she's listed there, has something to do with biology. And on the other hand, Nina, she's applying to be a history major, and really most of her activities have nothing to do with history. So all of her activities are really kind of all over the place, which that's not going to help you for college, because colleges, again, they want to see you specialize in one thing. So if she wants to do history, she should instead be involved in a bunch of clubs or activities that have to do with history instead of like science or math, for example. Okay, so GPA. So there's two types of GPA. There's a unweighted, which does not account for the difficulty of your classes, and the weighted GPA, which does take into account the difficulty of each class. So for a regular class, it would be a 4.0 out of 4.0. For honors pre-AP or dual credit, it's a 4.5, and AP or IB classes are at a 5.0. So the more AP or IB classes you take, the higher your weighted GPA will be. Ranked GPA is the GPA average from core classes ranked among everyone in your class in your school. So you'll be given this in your sophomore year, and that's a big thing that colleges look at, how well you did compared to your peers in your class in your school. So you should definitely try to take as many AP classes as you think you can handle to increase your weighted GPA. Okay, so here are the credits that are required for high school. Of course, you have the four classes, 4 credits for each of those. So for the electives, things like PE or health, if you're not interested in going into the medical field, you might consider e-schooling health, for example, so you don't have to take it at school, and instead can take a higher, more advanced class that you're interested in and can increase your GPA. You can also CV or e-school PE, which can open, again, more slots for other classes you might want to take. Language, we recommend that you start doing language in middle school, foreign language, Spanish or French, because that will, again, get you more credits and allow you to take AP language in high school quicker. For your art credit, it's good to take honors or AP art, again, for GPA. And you might want to take those junior year. So CBE, CBE is a test you can take to skip a class, and you will get credits for the class as if you took it. So some of the things that are commonly used as a CBE, and you might want to take the CBE for, is a PE, which you can only do for 1 semester, but again, it helps you take a slot off your schedule and allows you to take more advanced class that can increase your GPA, or just let you take a class that you're more interested in. Profcom, again, that's required, that takes care of your speech requirement. And if you don't like debate and that sort of thing, it's going to open, again, a slot for a class that you want to take. Health, if you do want to go into medical field or do something surrounding health, you should actually take the class and then go into the more advanced health classes. But if you don't, you can CBE that. And math, if you want to get ahead of your grade in math and you think you're capable, then you should definitely consider that. And that, again, will let you take more advanced classes quicker. Course selection, mindset, and rigor. So, of course, colleges want you to challenge yourself, but also reasonably. If you take very advanced classes and you're not doing well in them, that's going to hurt your GPA, and colleges won't like that. So make sure to balance high GPA classes with manageable electives like band, choir, art, etc. Standardized testing timeline. So most people take that SAT. You can also take the ACT. For most people, we recommend that you take the test junior year and then take it again senior year if you are not happy with your score or you want to improve it. So you should definitely start preparing in 9th grade. the Psat is available for everyone taken starting in 10th grade, and that's a good indicator of where you are. So keep practicing all freshman year and sophomore year. You can get review textbooks, but now there's a lot of websites that you can use instead to prepare for these tests, like Khan Academy and College Panda. Standardized testing requirements. Here are some of the SAT scores required for some Texas schools. Okay, credit requirements. Here are some of the credit requirements for some of the best schools in the country. So again, two foreign language credits for UT. So you can pause and look through all of those if you like. Okay, tips for studying. Make sure to surround yourself with people that care to study and that you can help and they can help you, because studying with a group is very effective for most people anyway. Review for exams. Make a review for each test you take. It's usually very helpful, and if you keep up with it from the start of each unit and start building your review from the start of each unit, it can be a very helpful guide and easy way to study for a test. If you're in middle school, remember that not everyone studies the same way and not everything works the same for everyone. So try different studying techniques and note taking and just see what works for you. And I mean, even though you might think middle school, oh, it doesn't really matter for me because colleges don't look at middle school, just remember that everything you do right now builds the habits that you're going to be doing throughout all of high school. So make sure you start, focusing on getting your grades up in middle school and developing the right studying habits. Time management. Here's some of the things you need to consider when managing your time. Prioritization, efficiency, passion, and balance. So what's important, of course, if you really care about grades, then you have to put the time in to get the grades you want and study hard. Efficiency. I think a lot of high school students really struggle with this. Don't get distracted with things like social media and YouTube and everything like that. And that's really where a lot of time is lost and a lot of grades go down. Passion, make sure you're taking classes that you like, and that's really going to make studying a lot more enjoyable and feel a lot easier. So balance. High school is not supposed to be studying 24/7. You should know that. You can hang out with friends and you can go on social media every now and then and watch YouTube and Netflix and everything like that, in moderation, of course. So here are the other types of schools offered. IB is universally known rigorous diploma program. So you get 2 diplomas when you graduate, one for high school, one from IB. HSA is a school specialized in for medical and health students. If you're interested in that, you might consider going to the Health Science Academy to gain more medical experience. The Academy High School is based on collaborative projects rather than assignments. And a lot of people really look at it as kind of an engineering school. So you might consider that if you're into that. Extracurriculars, okay. Quality versus quantity. I said this before, colleges don't care about how many clubs you're participating in. They care about what you do and what you achieve in those clubs. Do things that you like. You're gonna find it's a lot easier to get involved if you're doing things that you like, and does not have a standard. Some things that are not might not be considered traditional clubs or activities can go a long way and be very noticeable for colleges. Like, for example, people who did fly fishing got to UPenn. Balance time with classwork. Of course, I said this just now. Do not study 24/7, because it's not healthy, and it's not going to get you far, because, excuse me, yeah, it's not healthy to study all the time. You have to balance it, and it will affect you mentally if you study all the time, and in the long term it will hurt you more than help you. Okay, so in middle school you should try to be a part of 2 to 3 activities you want to go far in. And freshman year, just take classes and get involved in clubs that will let you know what you really want to do with your future. Sophomore year, get more involved. In junior year, again, get more and more involved. The faster you find what it is that you want to pursue, the better. So that's why we recommend that you start searching for things you're interested in middle school, because once you find that thing that you want to pursue in your life, it's easier to get involved in high school and take classes around it, and be involved in clubs surrounding. Okay, so this is an example. If you want to go into debate, for example, you can join the debate team freshman year. Sophomore year, go to a summer camp and compete state competitions, and focus more on debate if you're more sure that you want to pursue it for sure. And junior year, you can compete more nationally, compete more competitively, and teach debate to other people. Community service. You can volunteer virtually now in the time we're in, of course. NHS and NGHS are good clubs, but you do need to do more volunteering than what they require. Community service is something colleges look at again, and it can go a long way. Don't be afraid to go big. There's a lot of people underestimate how much change community service can really cause, and the opportunity that's really out there. Leadership opportunities. There's a lot of clubs out there for every interest. Make sure you're in every club that you're interested in. If you don't think one exists, you can start your own, and that way you get to be president. But of course, it is a lot of work. But again, clubs are a big thing that colleges look at, and it shows them that you're willing to go deep into something you're passionate about and gain a lot of experience in it. And it also shows them your personality, because again, colleges know you're not robots. They want to accept people into their schools, not a bunch of test scores. Summer activities. During the summer, there's a lot of things you can do. Of course, e-schooling or CBE classes. You can learn things on your own. There's a lot of opportunities, like online classes where you can learn things if you're interested in coding, etc. And definitely read. That's something I also think high school students underestimate a lot of the time. It helps you with SAT and ACT. And a lot of times I'll just ask you about what you read and what you're interested in reading. So be a good leader, be a good communicator, listener, and be a team player. This again just goes with start building the characteristics of the person you want to be right now, because the habits you build right now will determine the person you are throughout all of high school. Build a routine for learning. It's good to, again, I keep saying this, build the habits you build right now will determine everything you do throughout high school. That's not an exaggeration. So make sure you find a place in your house where it's peaceful and you can focus on your work and you have everything you need to study. Be organized, use a planner, manage your time, and make time for extracurriculars and other things in your life, because again, you don't need to be studying 24/7. And routines are very important, because I keep saying this, but it's because I really can't stress this enough, that everything you do right now is builds up the things you're going to be doing regularly during high school. Essential high school advice: social media. Social media can actually be a big asset. Of course, it can be addicting and it can be a big distraction, but Instagram and LinkedIn can be very helpful. You can use social media to be a part of study groups and more advice. Upperclassmen that they're willing to help you. Don't be scared of them based on stereotypes that you hear. Have a support system at home, because school can be very stressful and that's a normal thing. So make sure you have a way at home to handle that. Help your friends out. Just be a collaborative person, be a team player. And of course, have fun. School should not be all boring and studying and doing things that you're forced to, rather things that you want to do. Be involved in things that you want to do. Mental health. Remember that nothing is more important than your mental health. There isn't anything in school that is more valuable than your mental health. So make sure, if you think you're taking too many AP classes or the workload is too much, you might consider taking less advanced classes so you have smaller workload. And make sure you talk to your family and your friends about this. Some coping mechanisms: meditating, exercising, hanging out with friends, and being involved in hobbies, because like I said before, school is not about just studying all day, every day. It's not healthy to do that. In the long term, it will hurt you. Here's a study that shows that 1 in 3 freshmen report mental health problems. So this is definitely a serious issue. If you are a parent, be able to recognize when your child is stressed or anxious about school, because it's a real thing, and be able to offer them support. Of course, if it does get more extreme, you might consider therapy. Okay, here's my information on the right here. And here's the Tutoring 360's president's information on the left. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to contact us. And thank you for watching. That's the end of the webinar.